Okay, hello everybody, when everybody arrives. We're going to talk about prefixes tonight. So we have prefixes and suffixes. So we are going to talk about prefixes. When everyone arrives. So prefixes are 2 or 3 letters that are always together that go in front of a word to give it a different meaning. So they can be quite confusing. Examples are things like un, im, in, miss, pre, anti, dis, re. These are all prefixes. They're all just 2, 3, sometimes 4 letters that you put in front of your word to give it a new meaning, often in front of an adjective to give that a new meaning. Okay, so I thought I will start with the ones that are quite commonly, well, they're all commonly used, but the ones that I often teach my students first because they find them confusing and difficult to remember which one is the correct one to use. And so the first 3 I was going to start with are im. No, my phone doesn't like it. It wants to say I'm. It's not going to let me say im. Im doesn't like it. Silly phone. Im. No. My phone won't let me type im because it's not a word on its own. If they want to say I'm. So im, in, and un. Okay, they're the first ones I'm going to start with. And hopefully somebody will come and join in soon. Okay, so im, in, and un. We'll start with those. And I'll just carry on and somebody will join in soon. So basically they all mean like not, for example. So they basically mean not. So you have your word. So for example, if you said patient and then you say you're not patient, so you are impatient. Okay, so if I said you have the word patient and then you say not patient equals impatient. Okay, so it means that you are not the thing or whatever is not. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples of each of these. I'm not giving you a fully extensive list because the lists are massive and we will be here all night. So I'm just going to give you some commonly used ones for you to remember tonight, because it's very difficult to remember when to use im or in or un. It's really confusing. So I'm going to give you some examples tonight that you can try to learn and remember, and then you only have to look in a grammar book or go online and Google it, and they will give you lists as long as your arm of all the different prefixes. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few with im. So we have immoral. So to not have morals, if you don't have morals, you are immoral. Okay. Imbalance. So if there is an imbalance, it means that a thing is not balanced. People often talk about a chemical imbalance when chemicals aren't right, a mental imbalance if you're not right in the head. Immature. So if you're not mature, you are immature. Imperfect. Imperfect, not perfect. Nobody is perfect, so we are all imperfect. Impolite. Impossible. It's impossible to remember all these all the time. Impractical, so not practical. And improper. Improper. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a few of each one, just to remember for tonight. I'm not giving you a fully extensive list because it will drive you crazy. Okay, then the other ones we have are, I'll do in. So we have insecure. So somebody who is insecure, it means if you're not confident and you're not secure in yourself, we say you're insecure. So you're not happy within yourself. Inaccurate is self-explanatory. If something is accurate, it is correct and precise. If it is inaccurate, it is not. Indifferent. If you are indifferent about something, it means you don't really mind either way. You're not. You don't have a preference. You're indifferent. Incapable. Means you're not capable of doing something. So if you are incapable of doing your job, that means you're not capable of doing your job. You cannot do this thing. Okay. Incompatible. So not compatible with something. They don't work together. And incompetent. A bit like being incapable. If you're incompetent of something, it means you're not competent. You cannot do it. You're not good at doing it. And incomplete. Okay. So those are those two, and we'll do un as well, because un is in the not category as well. Okay. Unfair. Fair. It's unfair. You'll always hear children saying, it's not fair. Or you're so unfair. And it depends. Some of these, so like, if you hear people often say, oh, it's not fair. And often that's more commonly said than it's unfair. Some of them, excuse me, it's sometimes it's 50-50. Some people will say use not instead of the suffix. It really depends on who you're talking to. Like you can say, oh, it's not important, rather than saying it's unimportant. It really really depends who you're talking to be honest, because people say different things. And I'm trying to think if I use a prefix or not more, but I can't actually remember. Uncertain. unable. I'm unable to help you means I can't help you. I'm not able to help you. Unacceptable. Like unacceptable behaviour. An unanswered question. Unaware. So if you're not aware of something, you are unaware. You don't realise. Uncomfortable. We all know that one. Unbearable. And unreasonable. So obviously there are a lot more than this, but I'm just giving you some to remember today or whenever you watch this. Okay? Alright. So these ones all basically mean not. So im. Nope, my phone still won't have im, and in, or not. Okay, so the next one on my list was miss. My phone doesn't like that either. Miss. This basically means wrongly. Okay, so if you do something wrongly or something, then we use miss in front. Say it was done wrongly, incorrectly. So, for example, to misunderstand. So if you understand incorrectly, so if you hear something and you don't understand it correctly, you misunderstand. Mislead. So to mislead somebody is to basically make them believe something that isn't necessarily true. Like often advertising can be misleading, so they want you to believe something which isn't necessarily true. So if it misleads you, it makes you believe something without completely lying to you, they just make it difficult to understand, so they mislead you. Misbehave. So naughty children misbehave. And misinterpret, which is basically the same as misunderstand. Okay, so miss means wrongly, to do something wrongly, incorrectly. Okay, come back to that list in a minute. Okay, so another one that is quite useful. I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. Okay. Oh. So another one we can use is dis. Okay. And dis is negative again. So it's the opposite. Yeah, actually that's a better word to use, isn't it? So, for example, so it's the opposite of the word you're using, the exact opposite. So, disagree. Where's my list? Disadvantage. Disappear. Disappear, disagree, disadvantage. What else I have? Oh, dishonest. Okay, so they are all the opposite. Okay. I'm just going to sip my drink. Excuse me. All right. So that are those ones. I don't know. Okay. All right. Next one I have is re, and re is like to do again or back. So it's like again or back. So if you like. So, redo, for example, do again. So you might say, I have to redo my homework because I made too many mistakes. So you have to do your homework again. Reappear. So, when the magician makes somebody disappear and then they reappear. So they go and they come back again. Oh, redecorate. How annoying. To decorate your house. Excuse me, again. So, re means to do again. Use that one. Okay. There are. Okay. Right. So, other ones that we don't. Oh yes, sorry, those are the other ones I had for my list there. Return, commonly used ones. Return, so turn again, and recycle. Right. Pre. Pre means before. Okay, so you have, for example, preschool. So the place that children go before school. Or to excuse me. Pre-built. Built before. Beforehand. Oh yeah. Pre-existing. So existing beforehand. Pre-book. So to pre-book something, so you might pre-book a table or pre-book a hotel. So to book in advance. Okay, so it just means before. Whatever word you're putting in front of it is before. So before school. Pre-built. If you buy something that's pre-built, means you don't have to build it yourself because it has been built. Okay. Semi. Semi means half. Okay, so we have, for example, semi finals. So they're not always. Sometimes people join them. Some people don't. Semi-circular or semicircle. What else do we have? Oh, semi-detached. A house. My phone wants to separate them. Some people separate them, some people don't. My phone wants to. Semi-detached. A semi-detached house means that you have a house, so two houses joined together, so they are just joined in the middle, and they are not attached on one side. So they're only attached to another house on one side, not on both sides. So you have detached is a house that's on its own, and semi-detached means it's attached to one house, just on one side. So half attached. Oh, another one that means not is non. Non equals not as well. So non-stop. Hiya! Thank you for joining. I've been on my own. How are you? Are you well? I have been talking to myself for 25 minutes. I'm glad you've joined. I feel like a crazy lady. I was just doing prefixes, so I've got non-stop, nonsense. Good. Good. Have you had a good week? Non-standard. What else have we got? Non-steroidal. Okay, so again, non is another one that means not. Oh, you can watch the first fight. Yeah, I've basically been doing prefixes, so I did un, im, and in to start off with. I'm just saying they all mean not. Oh, you've had a busy week. Yeah, me too. I'm glad it's the weekend. Are you? Oh, and thank you for the message about the earpods. I didn't know they were called AirPods. I didn't know that, so you told me. I just thought they were like earpods. That's good to know. Okay, so non. Yeah, we had non. Oh, and then we had another one, which was, so we said pre is before. Yeah, I had no idea. There's some new modern technology. And for is also before. Okay, so for example, forecast is the weather forecast is what they do beforehand. They tell you about the weather beforehand. Okay, right, where else did I get to? I did this, I did re. Oh, another one that means not. I keep forgetting my list. I've got my list the wrong way around. I need to tick them off. I don't have a pen, so I can't tick them off. So I am getting confused. Okay, yeah. Ear, as in IR, equals not as well. So, irrelevant is not relevant, meaning it's not related to the subject that you're talking about. And irregular and irresponsible, they all mean They are not. So responsible, irresponsible, you're not responsible. Irreversible. Means it cannot be reversed. Okay, so another one that means not. Lots of these mean not, don't they? I should have put that with my list at the beginning, but I forgot. And, oh yeah. If we talk about anti, whoop. Sorry, I'm going crazy with capitals. If we put anti in front of something, it means it's against. Okay. So, if you are antisocial, could have anti. Oh, hi. Yeah, I just yes, that's exactly it. Antisocial. Yeah, that's the first one on my list. Perfect. And antidepressants, antihistamine, what you take if it's good. Hiya, how are you? So I don't know if you know this one on here. You probably know these, like antisocial, antidepressant, antihistamine. Antihistamine, if you don't know, is the one that you know, if you have an allergy to something like hay fever or whatever, antihistamine is the one you take to for allergic reactions. Yes, you did. You say, I took the words out of your mouth. I took. Yeah, or you say, you took. Out. Oh, you took antihistamine. What do you have an allergy? Oh, yeah. Antihistamine's horrible. It makes you really sleepy. But yeah, all the anti ones, you see them on a lot of medication. The other ones I think are like anti-inflammatory as well. Okay, part of my I'm spelling it wrong. Anti. Anti-inflammatory. Apart from my phone wants to put them separate for that one. As well, you know, if you have you take anti-inflammatory, like if you have back pain or an injury, you take anti-inflammatory to take the inflammation down, to take the swelling down. They are antis. Yeah, so that means it's against. It's going to go against that thing. Excuse me. What else did I have? X. So X means former. Or previous, if you like. Basically, it's not anymore, so you have like an ex-wife, or you can also have exhale. So you have inhale and then exhale. I've got a long list of these. I'm trying to remember which way around we did them. Okay. I think I've done most of those ones. Non. I did non, didn't I? Auto. Oh, auto. Auto means self. So it does it itself, like automatic. Automatic. Okay, so it means it does it itself. Like this car is automatic, it drives itself. Autograph, yep, there you go. Perfect. You're on the ball today. How are you so awake? It must be really late for you. You still have lots of answers. I don't know how you do that. I'm still half asleep. And the other one I had, dun 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 dun. One that I've now forgotten. Oh yeah, co. Co, which means with. To do something with another thing. So, cooperate. Oh, did you? Is it? Are you on holiday this week? Because I know that there seem to be some parts of. Are some of the Russian students on holiday? One of the girls I teach is on holiday this week, and another one. Two of them were on holiday, and another one wasn't on holiday. So, are your children on holiday this week? Is it half term? It seems to be different for different areas. Co-workers. No, there was one girl that I teach who's only 11. She was on holiday. No, two girls who are, one's 11 and one's 12, and they were on holiday this week. Yeah. But maybe you have holidays at different times. I know in England, I'm in a county called Suffolk, and the county that joins onto my daughter... Oh, in a week. Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be different, because in England, we have... I meant to put coordinate on there. Holidays every... Yeah, I think that's about the same as in England. 5 or 6 weeks. Because we have... we're in Suffolk, and this is a county, because we have counties, and the county that joins on to ours is called Essex, and our school holidays can be different to the children in Essex, so there might be a week's difference. And sometimes, because where I live is on the border, so you could have a child that goes to school in Suffolk and another child that goes to school in Essex, and they would be on different holidays. So it's a bit crazy, and sometimes that happens. I only have one child, so I don't have to worry. But sometimes it happens, because if you have a younger child in primary school and they are in, and I say they're in Essex, and your older child is in upper school in Suffolk, you could have one child on holiday one week and another child on holiday the next week. But I think they're trying to stop that because it's a bit crazy. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. But I think I can't remember where the girls who I teach live. I can never remember the Russian names. Everybody tells me where they live, and then I just forget because I cannot remember. What time do the lessons start? Oh, what, for the girls? In England, or the people I teach? At school, schools in England start, so my daughter's school starts, I think, registration, so when they have to be there by 10 to 9 is when they take the register, so normally we drop the children off at 8:45, and then they finish at 3 o'clock, and then when they're bigger they finish at 3:15. And I don't know about the upper school, I don't know if that's later still. Oh yeah, in my daughter's school, yeah, it's really 8:50 a.m. and then they finish at 3 p.m. and it's a longer day for the bigger children. And I think because we have So we had Christmas holidays, and then the week after next, so the 17th, is half term, so that's 1 week, and then they go until we get to Easter, and then they have 2 weeks for Easter, and then they will have another half term in May for 1 week, and then they will go through till summer, and then 6 weeks in summer, and then they get another half term, and then Christmas is 2 weeks. So yeah, lots of holidays, but lots of work as well. But my daughter has just started doing afternoons as well now, so she's very excited. Okay, now I think I have gone through the list of them, so I'm just going to whiz through them because, just to make sure it's clear, if I can. Oh, why won't it let me whiz through? Stop it. Your summer holidays are 3 months? Wow. That's really long. So, do you have Easter holidays? Do you have 2 weeks for Easter, or do you not really celebrate Easter? I think someone told me you don't. Because we have 2 weeks at Easter, and 2 weeks at Easter, and 2 weeks at Christmas. Oh, okay. So it probably works out the same. And then we have half terms, but I can't remember how many half terms we have. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 half terms, I think. So 3 weeks in between. I'm not sure if that's correct. I can't remember. Okay, I'm going to do a quick recap of these, just to make sure everyone's clear. Okay, so I said we started off with im, in, and un, that all mean not, so not of the word you're using. So I had immoral, imbalance, immature, imperfect, impolite, impossible, impractical, improper. Okay, lots of those with a P. I'm saying P, that's how we teach the children, how my daughter's learning her words, so I keep doing it to my students now, saying P instead of P. So I'm turning to a primary school teacher. And in, I gave the examples: insecure, inaccurate, indifferent, incapable, incompatible, incompetent, and incomplete. Okay, and you see there's lots of those ones with a C as well. Ooh. But they're not that easy to remember because there's not really any rules, I'm afraid. So it's just a case of learning a lot of them. I put unfair, unimportant, unexpected, uncertain, unable, unacceptable, unanswered, unaware, uncomfortable, unbearable, and unreasonable. Okay, these are not extensive lists. These are just an example of some of them. You can get really long lists online if you want to, but I would recommend learning a few at a time because it's difficult to remember them all. Yeah, it's really difficult. So I would just try and remember a few at a time and try and learn them and then do a few more. So un, im, and in mean not. And then we had miss, which means wrongly. So to misunderstand. If you understand something incorrectly, you misunderstand. Mislead means to basically make someone believe something that's not correct. It's not really lying, it's just sort of making them believe. So we say advertising can be misleading, like they don't tell you all the facts and it can be misleading. Misbehave, naughty children misbehave, so to behave badly. Misinterpret. Ooh. Dis is the opposite. So disagree, disadvantage, disappear, dishonest. It's the opposite of the word. And to re-e is like do again. So you can redo something, redo your homework if you make a mistake. Reappear, to appear again. Redecorate, decorate your house again. Recycle, return, same. Pre means before. So preschool, pre-built, pre-existing, pre-book, to do it beforehand. Semi is half. The semi-finals, semicircular, semi-detached. When I was talking about houses, so a house that's just attached at one side to another house, semi-detached. Oi! Things gone crazy. What else do I have? Oh, fore is also like before. So when you talk about the forecast, forehand means before or in front. Another one that means not is IR, so irrelevant, irregular, irresponsible, irreversible means not again. So not reversible, not regular, not relevant. Yeah, and anti is against, and you said antisocial. And again with medicines like antidepressant, antihistamine, anti-inflammatory. Where else did we go? Ex, former, so not now. If it's former, it means it's not now, but it was. So if you have an ex-wife, they were your wife, and now they're not. An ex-racehorse was a racehorse, and now it's not a racehorse. Okay. Auto means self, and you gave a good example: autograph or automatic. Bum bum bum. What else do we have? Oh, this is trying to write something funny. I think that was all of them. Was that all of them? Oh no, co. Co means with, so together, so to coordinate. Co-workers, cooperation means to do with, so it means together. I think that was all of them. Aha, you've put them all up. That's good, yes. They are all correct as well. There's another one that I found. Oh yeah, and if we talk about over as well. Over, like, if you say something is, okay. If you say, over is like too much. More than necessary. Like if I say, I'm overexcited. So today the weather was really good in England and I get overexcited because it's like spring. So I get too excited. Overwhelmed. Yeah, perfect. Come on, you're on the ball today, Irina. So overexcited, overwhelmed, exactly. Overpriced. Overpowered, and so on. And then you can also have under as well. What time is it for you? Isn't it really late? 7, 8. Is it 11 o'clock for you? How are you so awake at 11 o'clock? And then you can have under. It's like not enough. Underage. If you're underage, underinsured. It's not late. Oh, is it not 10 o'clock? 11 o'clock? Is it not? Are you 8, 9? Is it not 11 o'clock? 11:15. That's late. I know, I know, but I go to bed really early. Yeah, that's late. Ah, you're crazy. Okay. Well, I'm very impressed that you are so alert at this time of day to have all the answers, because for me it's too late. I mean, it's only 8 o'clock and I don't have any answers. I'm in England. Okay, right, I think I've come to the end of my list of things. So they are prefixes. So I haven't done full lists because we would be here all night if I wrote a full list about everything. So you can, I'd always recommend just learning a few at a time and trying to remember them, and then test yourself. And once you've got those ones in your head, learn some more, because it's tricky. Okay, so I think we're going to do, likes the word crazy. It's a good word. It's a good word. Okay, that's the end of my list, so I'm going to go. And next time we're going to do suffixes. Okay? So we've done prefixes, and then we're going to do suffixes. And so if anyone who watches this back later has any questions, you can have them ready for next week. I'm not sure which day we're doing, but I'm sure you'll be told on Instagram. Okay, anyway, I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good weekend. See you later. Bye.